I'm Van Jones. That was beautiful actions and images and sentiments. And I want to add to them. I'm here with the governor of Mississippi, former governor of Mississippi, my good friend, Phil Bryant. And we want to bring you words of greeting. We hope everyone under the sound of our voices is well and healing. This virus is a plague that has come to teach us about wellness and oneness. A plague like this, it goes from body to body to body with no respecter of ideology or race or nationality. And our movement has to go from heart to heart to heart with the same rapidity and passion and power. And I'm so proud as a strong Democrat to have worked with this strong Republican governor, Bryant, many, many years to help people behind bars. I'm sad to say that in the U.S., we do have the world's largest prison population, 2.4 million people. And those people are in harm's way with this virus, and we cannot forget about them. We have to keep them in our hearts. The virus moves 5 to 15 times faster through a prison population than through a normal population, which means we have to be very, very concerned. We hope that governors and sheriffs and others will have compassionate release to let the older ones and the sicker ones and the most vulnerable go home to home confinement safely and let them survive this. Nobody was condemned to die for a virus or by a virus, no matter what they did. We can come together. The Reform Alliance, which I'm a part of, has gotten about 250,000 masks into jails and prisons. And the Reform Alliance has worked closely with the White House, with 26 governors, with the National Governors Association, and with the Correctional Leaders Association to fashion policies to help people behind bars, get people safely home. About 30,000 people so far have come home safely. More need to come home. But this is about the least of these and being a strong stand for the least of these in this time of trouble, including those behind prison bars. And I know that Governor Bryant feels the same way.
Van, thank you so much. And it's so wonderful to see you again. Van and I are dear friends. And if we can come together and surprise people at times, people will say, how in the world did you and Van Jones come together? We came together over a common belief, a belief that there are certainly those in prison that need to be there, and there are those there that maybe we're just mad at. But as we see this pandemic going into the correctional facilities, we have to understand we have a responsibility there, as Van said. So as it spreads through that, so can we sanitize those conditions there and protect those inmates, many of which, particularly as we look at the opioid crisis that's still into effect, these are our fathers, our friends, our wives, our loved ones that have made a mistake, that got caught in the trap of addiction and are in prison now. So we need to work with that population as well as we honor. Today I have a MEMA shirt on. Our Mississippi Emergency Management has done such a phenomenal job, our first responders in the medical community. But I'm honored today to be a part of this call to unite. Van and I united long ago, and Mississippi began a criminal justice reform in 2014. We followed that with working with the President of the United States on the First Step Act. I was there in the White House with Kim Kardashian and the President of the United States, and a room filled with people who were united in criminal justice reform. It's time for us to bring that feeling back across this nation, not to criticize, not to judge anyone, but to lift everyone up, to help one another. I was led this morning to Matthew chapter 7 when Jesus said, a wise man will hear these words and build his house on the rock. This nation was built on a rock. We will not fall. Van and I are standing together for criminal justice reform. We hope you will stand with us, and we pray for each one of you for safety, for health, and to be on that rock. Van, it's so good to see you.
Yes.
My friend.
Good to see you too, my friend. And I want to say a prayer for the people who are living behind bars and the people who are working behind bars, the guards, the correctional officers, the food services people. They go in and out of those prisons. And if we don't, you cannot defeat a plague on the outside of a prison if you don't defeat it on the inside, because those doors open up and close every day. We've got to take care of everybody. And I stand with Governor Phil Bryant proudly as a Democrat, with one of the strongest Republicans that we have, to say, this is not about race. This is not about ideology. It's about human beings. We're all children of the same creator, and we all deserve the same care. Thank you very much for having us be a part of this, lifting up the voice of those who can't speak for themselves. Anyone with the power to give compassionate release to the old, to the sick, to people who can come home safely, please use that power for good. Thank you very much.